Welcome to Tribal Council, and let's welcome our last members of the jury that are here. Roman and Ion have showed up, so welcome them. So, Roman, you were not there at the last tribal, but there was a Pandora's box that was open, and the tribe was split into two. So, on one tribe, we have Brian, Logan, Liz, and Jack. And on the other tribe is the other people that you'll see later tonight, of course. Logan, let's start with you. You won individual immunity. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, it was a really great feeling because in my last, when I won the last community challenge, I really had the mentality where it's like, this is my only win. I got to enjoy it. I'm not that good at comp, so I'm not going to win anything else. So going to this challenge was even more stressful though, because there's only 4 of us here. So it's like, there's not a lot of places to hide. There's not a lot of wiggle room on this tribe where it's only 3 possible options to go home. And I honestly did not think I'd win. So it felt really great to win and secure my spot in the final 6 or maybe final 7 if somebody does a dual thing to come back in, which I think might happen.
Liz, you were the immunity. Do you think that you really needed that win tonight, or do you think you were just it just sucks that you didn't get it?
I mean, it is Survivor, and I have 1 immunity win, so I guess it would have been helpful to have that secure feeling of not going home. But I feel like I'm in a good enough position where I won't be going home tonight. But I know, I mean, I could be wrong, and I could be getting fucking blindsided right now. But I want to say that I might be okay.
Brian, this is kind of like a preview of what happens at the end of the season. You get down to 4 people, and then 1 person has to go with such small numbers. How do you maneuver this 4-person tribal council?
I mean, I don't know. It's really chaotic. Like in all the Final Fours I've ever been to, I either win immunity or I go to fire. And apparently, there's no fire this time. But my thing is this is my thought. Now that Logan brought that up, I think the 2 people that get eliminated are going to duel. That's my guess. That the 2 people that get eliminated are going to duel, and the one's going to come back because we haven't seen a duel since merge, and I don't think the season's going to end there with the duel thing. So I think that's what's going to happen.
So Liz, both Logan and Brian do mention some type of dual idea. Is that somewhat of a good thing to rely on in case you might go home? Or is that a bad thing in case the person you vote out might have the chance to come back?
I look at it as a good thing because regardless of who goes home tonight, it's gonna suck because I like all 3 of the other people. So, I mean, I think it's a good thing if there's a duel and someone gets voted out and they have a chance to come right back in. I have nothing wrong with that.
Logan, last week you gave up your immunity necklace. Do you think tonight you're going to be doing the same?
I will definitely not be giving up my necklace tonight. Obviously, like I said before, at the final, or not final 4, but when we're on a tribe of 4, there's not that many spots to hide. So there's absolutely no way I'm gonna give up my necklace tonight. At the last tribal, I just wanted to get rid of my penalty vote while there were still a lot of people in the
Logan,
game.
please, I need this.
No.
Jack is the 4th person. He was supposed to be here, but literally got called into work last minute. They spam called him, so we approved it. Brian, I cannot tell you if he did or not, but that's just part of it. Brian, so last week Logan gave you his necklace. Do you think there was a certain reason why you got it, or is it just he really just wanted to get rid of that penalty vote?
Well, I told him to, and I don't think he really cared. He just want to get rid of his self vote, and I mean, I think that might have been when he tried to build trust with me, which I mean, definitely helped because even though it didn't really mean anything, just because I went home, it still showed trust, I guess, which I think definitely helped him on his part. And it was a win-win thing for him because he could build trust with someone no matter who he picked, and also get rid of his self vote. Which, well, if he had that self vote tonight, it wouldn't have happened. It would have transferred over to the next tribal. So having a self vote at final 6 is a really big deal because that could be the deciding vote if there's 6 people.
So Liz,
which I think is, a lot.
Kind of talking about last week again, Logan gave up his necklace. Does that show that he's comfortable in this game, or do you think he was just really trying to make some new allies, get rid of his penalty votes? Where do you think that lies in last week's decision?
I think it might be a combination of both. I think it was a smart move to get the penalty vote last week because like Brian said, like we're getting down to the wire, and having a penalty vote at final six would be absolutely horrendous. I think it was smart of him to do that. I don't really know like what the actual motive behind it was, because Logan, I don't really talk like that. Still love you though.
So, Brian, what was tonight's factor in the vote? Getting rid of like last week, and of course, moving on. There's only 3 options. One of them, obviously, you don't want to vote yourself. So, what's the determining factor of voting one of the other 2 people?
Like, how can I get myself farther in the game and who can benefit me? Because if I have the option between either voting for Liz and Jack, and then they have the option for voting for me or the other person, where it's a really messy situation because there aren't like the majority of the chances that I'm gonna get a vote because there's 3 people and Logan has a decision between three people. Like, I could easily see myself getting a vote tonight, which I hope I don't. But like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not gonna get a vote because it could easily happen.
Liz,
But what?
sorry, continue.
Oh, but like I think besides like this deciding factor, like who do I think I can see myself going farther with, and who is a bigger threat? Because I feel like everyone on my tribe is a good player. So I think it's like who can I, get rid of, and who do I see myself like having a chance at beating in the end.
Liz, you're in the same scenario. You really only have 2 options besides yourself, of course. Where does your head weigh in tonight?
I mean, I play this game super loyally, so like I'm voting based off of who I trust the most, and I guess like Brian said, who I think I could beat. Hey.
Logan, obviously these were randomized. Do you wish that someone else was here tonight, or are you okay with the person you're voting off tonight?
I think that like in my ideal world, I probably wouldn't want to vote off anybody on Civic 4 like in the upcoming rules. So maybe it would be nice if there was like one person or like 2 people who would be easier to vote off. But at the same time, it's just like I feel like part of the game is that you have to deal with the cards that you're dealt. And I feel like even though it was randomized, like I had to look at the tribes and be like, okay, now this is how I can improve my game in the future, even though I don't really want to vote anybody off. Like I can still try to improve off of it somehow.
Okay. With that being said, you are dealt cards. You're dealt. It is time to vote. Everyone, you will have 5 minutes starting now to vote in your name DM. And then when we get the 5 minutes are up, we will tally the votes. You have until 15 to vote.
I'm really considering make a chat with with everyone here, then deleting myself from it, so everyone's whispering besides me.
Oh, there were a few whispers. Brian and Liz, Liz and Logan. Yeah, that one was before tribal. Liz and Logan, Brian and Liz are still talking. Okay, I have the votes. When I go tally the votes, I will come back and we will see who the next person voted out of this game is. Only 4 votes, easier count, obviously. With that being said, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they would like to play it, this is your time to do so. With that being said, let's get to the votes. First vote, Liz. That is 1 vote, Liz. Second vote, Brian. That is 1 vote, Liz.
Liz, we were
1
both
vote,
lying to each other.
Next vote, Liz. That is 2 votes, Liz. 1 vote, Brian. 1 vote left. Next vote. And the 17th person voted out of Snake X Island. Liz, I'm sorry, you have been voted out of Snake X Island.
I'm sorry, Liz. I knew you were voting for me because I knew you went into that Zoom call when all 3 of you were there and you were like, vote me out.
I wasn't the one who initiated that conversation, just so you know. So,
Wait, who initiated it?
that's not my place to tell you. You'll have to figure it out.
No.
But
Liz, would stay. We'll do your exit interview real quick, and then.
okay.
Maybe
Wait, can I say final words? Wait, can I say final words?
Yeah, you can say final words. Yeah.
So I step into the jury with Ion and Roman. Hey guys, Logan. I mean, I guess it's it was a good plan, both of your parts. But it's kind of really fucking annoying that you literally said that you had my back and I said I had yours. But it's fine. Yeah, if there's a duel, I'm coming for your neck. Just making that very clear. But there probably isn't. But if there is, expect to see me back here. That's all.
All right.
Okay. With that being said, you guys can head back to camp now, and then everyone else leave too.
Bye, Liz.
Bye.